Ever tried to stay in shape while traveling for work, but just ended up skipping workouts, eating whatever's convenient, and feeling like you've just lost all of your progress? Well, most people think traveling means you need a fully equipped gym or that you'll just get back to it whenever you get back home. But that's exactly why it feels so hard. Meanwhile, other professionals on the same flights in the same hotels still find ways to train, stay energized, and not miss a beat. The truth is, staying fit on the road isn't about perfection. It's about a few key strategies that make training and nutrition travel-friendly. I've coached busy executives, creators, and athletes who basically live out of suitcases, and in this video, I'll show you the 4 foundations they use to stay strong and consistent. Now, first up, and one of the most important ones, is the actual workouts. The best travel workouts are simple. Think about using things like body weight, bands, or the occasional hotel dumbbell. Push-ups, squats, planks, you can hit every muscle group in about 20 minutes. I've been in so many different hotels that were just honestly nasty, especially the gym area. It's overcrowded, rusty, dirty, the equipment just really doesn't work very well, and it's really not a great place to get a proper workout in. That's why having a plan for body weight and bands really matters. So if you have a really nice hotel with a nice gym, that's awesome, but you just have to make sure that you're planning around that and that you're ready ahead of time. It's kind of like meal prepping. And speaking of meal prepping, training on the road is only like half the battle, because if your meals don't actually line up, you'll undo all of your hard work, and that's where food comes in. Now, let's talk food. Travel eating doesn't have to wreck your goals. The key is keeping the protein at the front of every meal. Grab Greek yogurt at the hotel breakfast instead of pastries. Pack protein bars for your flights, or order double chicken in your Chipotle bowl. For me, I know if I'm going out later, I'm going to plan ahead by eating a lighter breakfast and lunch. Or I'll just swap a meal completely with a protein shake if I'm not going to eat with anyone else. Little adjustments like this are the things that keep it balanced without overthinking. And of course, if you nail your workouts and you nail your nutrition, travel has a sneaky way of draining your energy in other ways, which brings us to our next thing, and that is recovery. Travel beats you up in more ways than you actually think. Time zones, dehydration, poor sleep. So while workouts and food matter, recovery might be the biggest difference maker. You have to learn to hydrate like crazy and move every hour on a long flight, so maybe get the aisle seat, and prioritize sleep as much as possible. Jet lag is brutal, and your body's like, cool, it's 3 a.m., let's do some burpees. Don't fight it, manage it. I travel across the country a lot, sometimes 2 or 3 time zones in a week, and that's how I have to really watch what I eat for recovery, especially on the plane. If it's for work, I do my best to stick with a normal schedule, get to bed at a decent hour, lift or find a gym if I can, and if not, I'll just use bodyweight exercises in the room to stay on track. Now, if it's vacation, that's a whole nother story. That's when I'll loosen up a bit and I'll just enjoy it. One thing that I recently heard was make memories over macros. So if you're on vacation, you're with family, doing something fun, adventurous, or you just want to have, good time, feel free to loosen up. You don't have to always be so tight. Those memories are very important. They're more important than your macros in that one meal. But here's the truth. None of this sticks if your mindset is always all or nothing. And that's where most professionals sabotage themselves. So let's fix that. The final piece of the puzzle, the 4th thing, is the mindset. If you think it's all or nothing, you'll fail every time. Instead, celebrate small wins. A 10-minute workout still counts. Choosing eggs over pancakes at breakfast still counts. The professionals who succeed aren't perfect. They're consistent. I have a client who frequently travels across time zones about once a month or so for a full week. He has to bounce between different gyms and different equipment. So we built him a structured program that works no matter where he is. And when he doesn't have access to certain equipment, he uses some of the training ideas from my travel guide, which I'll have linked in the description down below for you, and it requires little to no equipment. It keeps him consistent and progressing no matter where he is, and it can do the same for you as well. And when you put all 4 of these together, something cool really happens. You stop starting over every single trip, and instead you build unstoppable consistency. Think about it like this. Person A skips every workout while traveling and consistently feels like they're restarting from scratch, right? Person B applies these foundations, workouts, food, recovery, mindset, and never loses momentum, just like the tortoise and the hare. Consistency always wins. Now, notice how it didn't overwhelm you with like 50 different exercises or food rules? That's because the more complicated it gets, the less likely you are to stick with it. Simplicity is what actually works. And going back to the client I mentioned earlier, he's not alone. I've had several clients who travel across multiple time zones, deal with jet lag, and still stay successful because they lean on these exact foundations. They also use the same tips and tricks I've shared in this video and in the travel guide that I'll have linked down below. That's how you'll keep winning long term, even when life has you constantly on the road. In a world of hacks and fads, mastering these basics is what keeps professionals in shape no matter where they are. Travel stops being a setback and becomes just a part of the plan. If you want a science-based, travel-friendly plan designed around your schedule, click the link and let's build it together. That way, whether you're in Vegas, New York, or Tokyo, you'll always have the right tools to stay fit. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.